Next question for you, Joel, is about your journey from this neighborhood, Carver High School right across the street, to becoming an NFL tight end. Because, let's just put it out there. Carver's not exactly the bastion of high school football talent.
Right.
So, just tell the listeners your journey. What drove you? Just talk.
Man, I had my dad, my family in my corner. They pushed me, and they were the base. To give me the morals that I had. Growing up and just always putting God first. And hey, man, I was like a sponge. I took from each one of my coaches, whether it be high school coach, any type of rec coach, any friends of my family, any type of coaches that I had throughout life. I soaked it all up, man. I was respectful to my elders, and I listened.
Say that again.
Respectful to my elders, man. Respect. It's all about respect, man. When you respect people, they always gonna help you. They always gonna want to give to you. And so I was respectful to everybody that I came across. And hey, man, coming from Carver, I was blessed with the opportunity to go to Shippensburg University, Division II school in Pennsylvania. There, I was all-conference tight end. I got the opportunity to, be a star along with John Coons, who plays for the Green Bay Packers now. Brent Grimes, who's playing for, I think, Tampa Bay now, or moved from Miami Dolphins. And hey, man, we had a nice squad there. We got conference championships. And we were a great team up there. And after Shippensburg, I didn't get drafted. I was projected to get drafted. Didn't get drafted. Took me 5 years to get to the NFL. So that's one of the things that I told the kids today, is always work 100% towards your dreams, never give up, and it's all about dedication and staying focused. Because during that time, I had people telling me I wasn't gonna make it, people telling me that I wasn't good enough, people telling me to use my degree while I get a job. And hey, man, I always knew, I had in my heart that I could play in the NFL. And so I continued on my journey. And finally, I got the breakthrough that I wanted for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2009. And I played with the Philadelphia Eagles, Cleveland Browns, and the Tennessee Titans. And it was definitely a blessing to play in the NFL. And, it was awesome to pull up to those facilities and know that this is my job, this is what I do for a living. And now, just to be able to say that, hey, I played out there with these guys, and I'm giving back now to my community.
Hey, Tavon, tell us about your journey, from Woodlawn to UVA, now, helping back out in the community.
Yeah, same thing. I used to go to George Street Elementary, right in the old Murphy Home Projects before they tore it down. We was living in Emerson Village. Then my parents moved over to the county line right by Kernan. We lived right there, and I started going to Emerson Heights, Woodlawn Middle, Woodlawn High. And just like a lot of us, my mom and dad split when I was going to 9th grade, brother going to college, so you know what that meant. That's when I clicked the other switch. And I had like a little stint where I was out hustling and doing dumb stuff, hustling for like a week and a half, but doing the dumb stuff for a while. But then it clicked. It was like, well, I'm mad, because my pops were all, took a pause. So I was like, why am I doing this for my mom? So I really started taking it serious, but it was kind of like that Baltimore street stuff that we got for the old school wave. But I didn't act up in school. Got 3.65 grade point average in high school, but I was doing the dumb stuff in community. So I said, let me stop doing this, and then I just started hitting it on the field. It just came, with football and track, and I was offered scholarships for track and football. And, Coach Saab, where coached me, he had told the University of Maryland track coach that he probably won't play football. So I got letters from Yale to run track, from some big schools, but chose football. So got the full scholarship to go to UVA, and got picked up as a free agent by the Jets. I always say I missed the call from the Eagles. Again, not having nobody tutoring us, tutoring me like how this game works, for how this whole draft stuff works, not knowing that they call you after the draft. So once the phone ring, first thing when you see your phone ring is people gonna say, man, what happened, blah blah. I ain't feel like hearing that. And missed the call from the Eagles, but unfortunately got to go with the Jets, got to play in Tokyo, Japan, against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2002, that year that they won the Super Bowl. So got to play in Tokyo, Japan, different areas, Pittsburgh Steelers Stadium. So that was kind of my road to get to the NFL, and almost didn't make it to the NFL. Like I told the kids, I almost got kicked out of school twice. You know what I mean? UVA, because I went backwards, and I tell people I went backwards. Like I did everything I was supposed to do in high school. But when it came to college, like I'm 3.5 hours away. Nobody can check up on me. I like alarm go off, hitting that snooze, I'm gone. You know what I mean? I'm going back to sleep. So it almost cost me twice. So I was happy to get that back together. And just like Joel coming back, not having this type, like coaches like y'all, you know, my coach against y'all at Woodlawn, but see what y'all put in with the kids at Milford on social media and what me and Joel do. I didn't really have that, people coming back. And so to be able to, you know, when Joel calls, somebody else calls, can you come talk to my team? That's why I jumped to it right away, because I want the kids to see us and not keep mimicking stuff they see on TV or the dude down the street. So that's been my role in switching over to the foundation and helping out in the community.
Right. You mentioned that you had a 3.65 GPA at Woodlawn.
Yeah.
Tell our younger listeners just how important the academic part is, because a lot of them don't understand.
No, they don't. And being in the school system, just like Joel and probably some of y'all, it saddens me, because once they find out whether I'm a coach or play football, the first thing they want to say, I want to play football, I want to do this and that. And then when I say, so what's your grades like? Everybody get quiet. So, and when I go speak, I normally take my college degree with me. And even inside my children's book, I got a picture of my college degree, because I don't want them to dwell on a football fact, because it doesn't last long. I did 2 years. You know, some people do 1. Some people fortunately get to do 11 or even more, but even after that's over, what you going to do next? Right. So if you don't got your education, like what do you have? You know what I mean? And proper education. And I know y'all hear out kids the way they talking, you know what I mean? No these sentences, no complete words. So I like harp on it. Like, man, y'all got to get this education, regardless of you think this teacher is irky or they get on your nerves. Man, if you don't have that paper, it's nothing. So it makes it harder. So that's like my major piece. It's always an education factor, especially for our kids, you know, African American kids.